It's fucking Madden. It looks pretty. It sort of kind of uses the haptic triggers. That's neat.
Cool, cool. I haven't played too many of those games. I've never really been too big into the sport games.
The
I
sport
haven't
ball
played too
game.
many of those games. I've never really been too big
Yeah,
into
I
the sport
usually
games.
like every few years I'll play a Madden. Like I won't play it every year. I'll play it maybe every 4 years. I'll buy one
Okay.
just to be like, okay, I'll take a look. I'll see what they changed here and there. Um, oh, but like the big thing that I've been playing this week is Dragon Quest XI S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition.
Okay.
It just dropped on Game Pass. Oh boy, is it good.
Is it?
It is really, I'm like 5 hours into it and I'm hooked already. I was hooked from like minute one. It is one of the guys who used to work with me, Rob Gardner.
Okay.
He told me that it is probably one of the best RPGs, if not the best RPG he ever played when it first came out on the Switch. And I kind of slept on it for a while. Now it's on Game Pass for PC. And yeah, no, it's really good. It's really good. The characters are interesting, the world's fun. It looks absolutely gorgeous, especially playing it in 4K. Um the combat's great. It's traditional turn-based RPG. Um
And
the character design is good. It's really good. It's Akira Toriyama does the characters for it. He's the guy who made Dragon Ball.
okay.
He does
Yeah.
the art for the game, and a lot of it is very Dragon Ball inspired. Um, Walker, I would like you to go onto the good old Google, the good old internet or search site of your choice, and look up Dragon Quest XI Hero right now.
I can type in Google, right?
Is
What?
that what you typed in?
I
Is
did.
that what you typed in?
Hero.
Quest 11 Hero.
Got it. What am I looking at?
The very first character.
The dude with the purple.
Yeah. Doesn't that motherfucker look a lot like Trunks?
100% does. 100%. With
Yeah.
almost like a Zelda shield.
What's it
Yep.
called?
Dragon Quest 11 and then Hero.
Loud ass keyboard.
That is a loud ass keyboard. That's a loud ass keyboard.
He does look like Trunks.
And then if we look up Dragon Quest 11 Dragon, they look so much like something out of Dragon Ball.
Would
Oh,
you
that's some
look?
spoilers right-
Yeah,
that's
they
some-
do.
that's some-
Jeez.
That's some spoilers right there. Okay, cool.
I just looked at photos.
Yeah.
That really fat thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
That
a
was
fucking.
Mhm.
It looks like Cell when he got really fat and was gonna blow up the Earth, mixed with fucking like Cooler or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell a lot of them like it's very very Dragon Ball inspired, and he's been doing the character work for the game since the beginning.
Oh.
Since the first one. Now, Dragon Quest was always the like competitor to Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it was. Unfortunately,
It
lost.
was Enix's big RPG. I've never played a Dragon Quest prior to, 2 days ago. So, I think this is a pretty good video game. You should try it out. Spend the however much money it costs for the game to play it. 10 out of 10. That's really all I've been doing this week.
Bitches. Well, for myself,
Yeah, what are you watching?
nothing much. Just working. I've been getting really into The Weeknd, like the artist, The Weeknd.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
He's good. He's really good.
It was announced that he is performing in the Super Bowl. So if you didn't know, The Weeknd was
Oh, you
performing.
didn't know?
You asked me to
No.
call somebody.
Oh, that's another thing I've been watching. I've been watching a lot of like OSW reviews on YouTube.
There you go.
Old school wrestling.
Old school
reviews.
wrestling.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
I like it.
Oh, I love that shit. 2
But,
hour podcast, video podcast, recorded in Grapple Vision with blast processing.
Fucking amazing.
Sounds amazing. It sounds like the future.
Yeah. Blast processing.
Fucking watching a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I am almost done. I'm on season 6. There's only 7 seasons, so I'm redoing that. And I haven't watched. Did I complete season 6? I don't remember. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't remember if I ever completed season 6, but I know I never completed season 7. I never watched season 7 at all.
Yeah.
So I'm almost done on that. Watching Grey's Anatomy with my wife. That is what it is. Not a horrible show, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that love it.
And nothing too crazy. If you in the headline, yeah, for some reason the Weeknd, I've just been really grooving to his music. Yeah,
His
I
new
said
album's
grooving.
great.
Oh, it is. It's phenomenal.
It's so good.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you haven't checked out it's called his hang on a second. Let me see one thing here.
Pulling it on up.
I don't feel like I've
Exactly.
heard very much of their music. But then again, I don't really listen to too much.
Yeah, he's
Um,
the new
Usually it's like
album-
lo-fi shit going on.
Yeah.
might have
the
heard
new
his
album,
older
you'll probably
songs.
really like it.
Yeah.
I can't feel my face when I'm with you. Boom, boom,
I
boom.
know that song.
But I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah,
that's the
Weeknd.
It's
Weeknd.
catchy.
Yeah, that's the Weeknd.
His
Um,
new album is very like I would say 80s, like almost
Mhm.
synth wave inspired.
It is.
Okay.
And yeah, he's been on the radio more and more ever since he got announced to play the Super Bowl.
Of course.
So, and I think he's gonna go all out. You're gonna have a lot of old people. They'll be like, "Who the fuck is the Weeknd? It's Sunday. It already is the weekend. What do you mean?" They're like, then we got to be like, his name doesn't have an E in it. It's Weeknd. So I think you'll have a lot of older people. They'll be like, "Who the fuck's the Weeknd?" and stuff like that. Or people who don't like that type of music will be upset. But I think it's gonna draw a different crowd as well. So, Matt Cutshall too. If you never looked up his stuff, he does a series. It's called Emo. Felt Emo Might Delete, and it's Emo's Not Dead. Is his actual
Okay.
series.
All right.
Yeah. So essentially, what he does these videos. Basically, trying to keep emo music alive. So he'll be talking to his girlfriend in a completely normal tone, and she'll say something, and then all of a sudden he'll disappear, and he'll come back with black hair and eyeliner, and he'll be emo, and the girlfriend will be like, "Come on, would you stop?" And then he'll start singing a song. And this one episode, he sings "Secondhand Serenade," where they were like,
Jeez.
"Oh, like what was so good about tonight? Oh, tonight was perfect, babe." And the girl was like, "Well, what's the best thing about tonight?" And the guy's like, "What's the best thing about tonight?" "Yeah, what's the best thing about tonight, babe?" And she closes her eyes and turn, and he's all dressed in black with a black liner and goes, "The best thing about tonight's not we're not fighting," and starts singing that song from Secondhand Serenade. And she was
Jesus
like,
Christ, I haven't thought about Secondhand Serenade in forever.
and she was like, "Would you stop?" And he keeps singing it. And then she goes downstairs. You have to watch the video. It's amazing. And she was like, "Oh, I need to get away." She turns on the TV, and it's actually the guy from Secondhand Serenade. And he picks up on the song where he left off on. And she's like, "What the fuck is going on right now?" But yeah, he'll randomly he'll post these videos every once in a while. But yeah, he'll just randomly start singing emo songs. There is one where Derek Huff, he's a dancer from Dancing with the Stars.
Mhm.
He's dancing with the girlfriend, and all of a sudden music starts playing over the intercom, and they were like, "Where'd that music come from?" And then the girlfriend's like, so my boyfriend, he's got some problems, and I think he's about to do something, and he shows up. And then the boyfriend, the guy who does the Emo's Not Dead, and Derek Huff do like this dance number, and then they sing to 30 Seconds to Mars.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And the girlfriend's like, seriously, what the fuck is going on right now? But it's pretty hilarious. And he just released an actual video of him singing that he made. It's like a comedy slash video. It's actually pretty fucking funny. I was watching that earlier. But yeah, it's a cool series that he does. He gets, weirdly enough though, he gets about 10 times more views on Facebook than he does on YouTube. He did a thing on Instagram how he actually prefers Facebook because the reach on Facebook is larger than what it is on YouTube. And more people can watch it. Trevor Wallace, you know that he did like the Ain't No Laws When You're Drinking the Claws. He made that a thing. He says the same thing, that he prefers uploading videos on Facebook compared to YouTube because the reach is so much more, and his views on Facebook are basically 3 times as much as they are on YouTube. So, which is cool. But that's pretty much all I've been doing. Nothing too crazy. Got a next 3 days off, so that's always fun. I get to relax and just chill out.
Chill with the fam.
Exactly. Do you want to give our? That's all I got for my week. Do you want to give our holy man, Mr. Patreon, a shout out?
The GOAT, you mean?
The GOAT.
Mad shout out to Jeffrey Ryan for helping to enhance his lockpicking experience.
Yes,
Sure.
thank you, sir.
Let's
You are
go with that.
the real MVP. Got some movie news here. Start off some news.
Yeah, I do too.
Do you want to drop yours first?
Yeah, sure. It's really quick. Hey, there's a Metal Gear Solid movie being made. I didn't know that
sounds
either.
neat.
I guess it's being helmed by director Jordan Vo Roberts, who directed Kong Skull Island.
Ooh, really?
Oh, that was a good movie. So
That was good.
Apparently, it's been 6 years in the works.
Wow, really?
Yeah, but they finally have a Solid Snake.
who they got?
The man playing Solid Snake is Oscar Isaac. Or
Isn't he Star Wars, right?
Yeah, Poe Dameron from Star Wars. Yeah, so apparently
Interesting.
he jokingly casted himself as Solid Snake back in March 2019.
It stuck.
That's funny.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. We finally got a Solid Snake.
Pretty dope.
I wonder if it's like one of them. Yeah, I see that. It's like one of them things where someone joked about it, and it's like, okay, let's fucking do it. That's how Robert Pattinson became Batman. People like joked about it. Well, why don't we just make Robert Pattinson the next Batman? And then everyone was like,
Actually, that's not a bad
actually
idea.
not a bad idea. And then everyone on the internet was like, fucking let's do it. So, Oscar Isaac's a good actor.
Yeah, it's just a damn shame he was a part of a terrible movie
Which one?
trilogy.
I like that movie. That was a nice standalone movie, I think. I mean, yeah, it's canon, you know, it's part of the thing, but you know, I thought it was still. I enjoyed it.
Number
Looking
6
back at it,
and 8 were fine. No,
looking back at it,
Different
I
franchise.
thought I didn't like any of the trilogy. Now that I think about it,
Really?
they
The Force
ruined the
Awakens
coolest
was
parts
good.
of it.
I mean, I don't even honestly. I feel like Rogue wasn't even
Oh, Rogue One was really good.
okay.
Rogue One was fantastic.
gonna say,
it
I
was
feel
a
like
great
it wasn't-
war movie.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't really a Star Wars movie.
No,
it was like more of the
Saving
wars
Private
part.
Ryan.
Yeah, it was more of the wars part of Star Wars, but it was good.
And
I mean,
how
it was a
I-
nice, you know.
Yeah, it was a nice. It was a nice touch.
I really like Solo as well. I thought that was a good movie.
I haven't
honestly
seen
never
that
still
one. Yeah.
I haven't seen it
It's
either.
not bad. It really
Got
isn't bad.
horrible
I
reviews
enjoyed
though.
it.
Did it really?
Yeah, it got horrible reviews. But
Yeah.
then looking back at it, all the sequel trilogy of Star Wars got horrible
Yeah.
reviews now.
The what was it? Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I thought that was phenomenal, and that broke like bajillions of records. And then The Last Jedi, unfortunately, killed The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, it did. Well, because they had to basically retcon one entire movie and make another movie in
They did.
112 minutes.
Yeah, they had to literally basically do, because fucking J.J. Abrams decided, like, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna make the 8th movie. I'm just gonna go ahead and make Star Trek that no one's gonna watch. Have another director make this movie, and then I'll make the 9th
that
movie.
he handpicked.
Yeah,
allegedly.
and then I'll make the 9th movie. But yeah, and unfortunately, the director he picked, it didn't go with it at all, and it was. And so now he was told by Disney, we're not doing a part 1 and 2 of this movie. You have to find a way to not make this a 3-hour movie, but fit everything inside of this.
Yep.
It's like, fuck, okay, I have to bring the Emperor back. I have to
Terrible decision.
kill Kylo Ren, and then I have to make Rey the most powerful Jedi in the universe.
Terrible decision.
And how am I going to do that? I got 2 hours.
I think what they should have done is at the end of episode, get rid of the Emperor. Make the coolest thing about the two of the coolest things, the Red Guard and General Snoke.
Yeah.
Don't do Palpatine. At the end of episode 8, Kylo Ren and Rey join up.
Mm-hmm.
Rey brings Kylo to the light, to the good guys. And then they go and have to take out the Red Guard and
Snoke.
General Snoke.
Yeah.
And then bing, bang, boom, Bob's your uncle. There you go, you got a movie. Not like, oh yeah, there's like 1,800 Snokes and Palpatines just hanging out.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I made Snoke, I made this.
And I'm your father.
Yeah, and by the way, yeah, this is who you are. Oh, okay. That's cool.
I remember seeing that in the theaters, and when who was it? Palpatine came in and was like, "I'm your father, Rey." I remember the crowd booing.
Yep. I will say though, there hasn't been one person that's been a part of a franchise longer than him, because it's the same guy that played Palpatine in the original 1970s trilogy. He played him in the 1, 2, and 3, and he played it in this one.
Yeah.
It's been what is that, like 50 years he's played the same character?
Yeah.
So
yeah. And I mean, it is, the first one was very fan servicey. The second one, it tried to do its own thing and failed. Then the third one, it realized that it needed the fan service.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the third one failed because of the second one. Because everyone was just like, I honestly don't care.
Yeah, it's bad.
That last movie should have done phenomenal. It barely reached $1 billion.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah. Because people are tired of Star Wars now.
Yeah. Think so?
Speaking of,
well, what about Mandalorian? I mean, everybody's loving that.
Well, that's
a different complete arc.
So it's like
it's not a different arc.
Idea.
Yeah, it's like Rogue. It's in the same universe, but at a different time, and it's just a different thing.
People are sick of the Skywalker saga. They're sick and tired of it.
Like for the first time in an actual non-animated movie, we saw Anakin Skywalker's Padawan. It's that chick with the giant
Headdress.
things that come out of her head and they wrap around her.
Yeah,
she's like blue.
Cool. She's fucking cool.
Yeah,
and
for the first time we saw her
like crazy on Twitter.
They were. She's a very cosplay
Roll.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, I've done it a couple times.
Speaking of Star Wars and Disney and Marvel and Pixar,
Oh God.
Disney is having a press conference to replace their D23 event that happens in December. They're doing, it's called the Investors Day event. It's this Thursday. Well, they will be announcing new projects for the Avengers, for Star Wars, and for Pixar. Some of the rumors that some of the things that they will be announcing is a live action Pinocchio, a live action Peter Pan, the Cruella
Yeah,
movie.
they made a fucking live action Peter Pan. It's called Hook.
Yeah, with Robin Williams.
Yeah.
That Disney doesn't own the rights
Yeah,
to
good
that
point.
No, it's in
does?
public domain.
No.
So
Well,
Should be
Pinocchio-
MGM or something.
probably.
yeah,
But like Pinocchio and Peter Pan and stuff, that's in the public domain.
The stories?
The three of
Yeah,
us can
most
make a
likely.
movie right now about it.
Right. We can make our own. I was actually thinking about
And
making a
call it-
Frankenstein movie.
Yeah,
There you
and
go.
call it Peter Pan. And
But yeah.
Disney couldn't do shit about it.
that's true. Yeah, because that movie's super well, the origins of that's super old.
Yeah, 1800s. All the
Yeah.
original, all the good Disney movies are all in the public domain.
That's true. Yeah, that's why Thor.
Or they stole
Well, the
it off
story
of
arc. The story arc is.
Yeah,
Yeah, the story, the original story of it is in the public domain. Even
Yeah.
like,
that's why there
the
was
Lion
like the
King was
Snow
based
White and the
off of.
Huntsman. Yeah,
yeah, the Lion King. I don't know if that's in public domain, but they stole it from Kimba the White Tiger,
yeah, that's
or
true.
the White Lion.
Well, that's why other companies, whatever company made that Snow White movie with Chris Hemsworth,
Yeah,
Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yeah.
that was also a book too.
And also the origin story of Cruella that will be coming to Disney Plus. Essentially, that movie is focused on the upbringing of Cruella Deville and how she became to be who she was. That'll be coming to Disney Plus, as well as they will announce the next series of Star Wars movies that is slated to
Yay.
start coming out in 2022. Because remember, they were taking a hiatus, and the hiatus started in 2019 in December. So it's basically been a 1-year hiatus. Ooh. As well as they will be announcing new projects for Marvel, as well as all the upcoming Pixar movies. Which at this point, I don't know what. Well, I guess they can do original stuff.
Yeah.
They're not doing any more Toy Story. I guess they can do the Incredibles, Incredibles 3. I'm trying to
Cars
think.
4,
Cars 4.
monsters.
It's been a while.
Daycare.
It's been a while for a monsters movie. I think that would be an interesting some kind of monsters university type concept.
They already did that.
Well, I meant like not university, but a new
Yeah, Monsters Daycare.
maybe. And then what are the other big ones? I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to think of the other big Pixar movies.
Up to Electric Boogaloo.
Can you really do an up to though?
Sure. There's enough money going through it. Yeah, anyway, you can make a sequel to anything.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I guess just trying to make it.
If you have a big company that's willing to bleed something dry hard enough, yeah, you can make a sequel of anything.
Let's see what we got here. Inside Out. I can see that being. That's the one with the memories.
Yeah.
Or with the little thought people.
Yeah, in the head because now that she's older, whatever. Bugs
Mark's-
Life.
Yeah, Mark says make another Bugs Life movie.
That's
You
I'm
fucking
surprised
cowards.
they haven't.
Yeah, that actually wasn't a bad movie. What was the other one? Ants?
You remember Ants?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
that
gonna
came out,
say
like,
those two came out
around the same time.
right.
Yeah, and unfortunately, because I think A Bug's Life came out first, it got the edge on Ants, so that everyone just saw Bug's Life and no one really saw Ants.
Dude, I liked Ants. I remember seeing that all the time on Cartoon Network.
Ratatouille. I don't know if there was a second one. I never actually watched Ratatouille.
It's about a
Oh.
rat that learns how to cook French cuisine.
Wall-E finally figured out what happened when they came back to Earth.
Hey.
Wall-E movie would be dope. Like the cleanup effort.
Yeah. The next supposedly there will be a Pixar movie in March 2022, June 2022, and June 2023.
Holy
Is
shit.
is what is rumored for the 3 Pixar movies. And another one, I don't know how they do it, but another Finding Nemo, like Finding Dory type stuff, but I don't know how they continue that story arc. But so there's
They
that.
Find Nemo again.
I know. But
Well, no,
the
then
most
they did Finding Dory.
yeah. But how do you continue on from that though? Because it's like, we'll see.
You find someone else.
That's true.
It's that
Find
simple.
they lose the dad.
Yeah.
Is it?
So then it's Ellen DeGeneres and the child that has to go through on a wacky adventure.
Finding that's what Mark said.
Did you know that Nemo is Latin for nobody?
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Fuck
That is
Ellen,
true. Fuck
indeed.
Ellen. Yeah, I didn't know that. Let's go find nobody.
I know. I was just thinking. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that Nemo?
That's
yeah.
funny. It'll have the new updates about the new Marvel movies.
Come watch
Shang-Chi,
Avengers 87.
pretty much.
This time they have to fight a giant man.
Well, it's only
Ooh.
a matter of time before they add that character from the Fortnite event in Galactus. So
Yeah, but you need the X-Men too.
eventually, and it's also rumored that they may announce the entrance of the Fantastic Four into the MCU.
Wow.
Because obviously Disney specifically bought Fox to get the X-Men in the Fantastic Four. That they said they were going to wait a couple years first to introduce the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, and that at this event on Thursday they may bring it up and talk about it. So it is unknown what Star Wars ad they'll have with it. All we know is that they will talk about the Mandalorian and the future plans for Baby Yoda.
Oh, God. Which has a name, by the way.
What is
Oh,
the
does it
name
now?
of Baby
I
Yoda?
forget his name. My buddy Daryl was telling me about it.
Oh, they named it.
Yeah, they named it. It's like Yagra.
That's funny.
Yogugru. I don't fucking know. Something weird. Something dumb. Nobody
Yeah,
likes it.
Grogu.
Ragu.
Grogu.
Yeah.
Ragu.
With a G.
It is unknown outside of the Mandalorian of what will come, but they know that because Star Wars is such a massive franchise, Disney will give you a glimpse of what the future looks on Thursday.
We'll bleed it dry.
Yeah. So
I'll be
the
too busy
rumored
watching the Game Awards. Sorry.
that's true. A rumor has it though they may go back in time to the Old Republic.
That would be cool. That would actually be interesting.
That was the rumor that they may go to the Old Republic because that was something that's been very much talked about and people love that story. So we'll see.
But it's not canon though.
No, it's not. But they'll probably if they do that, they'll make it canon.
No, they'll make new books that are canon.
Yeah, it's true.
That aren't as good.
So a couple other things. So everyone knows what's going on. Movie theaters are kind of like meh at this point, and no one wants to go. So what's the solution? Warner Brothers has found one. So Warner Brothers owns HBO Max. So they have come out and stated last week, that every movie that was planned for them to be released to theaters will be released to the theaters and HBO Max simultaneously with no extra fees.
That's how you do it.
So you have both options?
So you have both options,
Yep.
and if you already have HBO Max, you will not have to pay an extra fee like you had to pay with
Thanks,
Mulan.
Disney.
So they
Ooh.
already announced that the Suicide Squad, the Matrix 4,
Did you hear about the Suicide Squad?
what happened?
John Cena had to eat 31 empanadas for a scene.
Did he really?
Yeah, I saw it on my Google feed today. I was like, that's weird. Yeah, it's just John Cena eats 31 empanadas for the Suicide Squad.
That's fucking funny. He's getting his own spinoff that's coming.
It's John fucking Santa.
It is. His character is basically a shitty version of Captain America. It's the DC universe's version of Captain America, except he murders people,
Nice.
but he doesn't know that he's murdering people
Edge.
because he's so strong that he does it by accident and basically is like, fuck it. So his series is coming to HBO Max, and the conclusion is the movie The Suicide Squad. So basically, his show is one season only, but it actually gives a background story of everything that's happening, and then the finale is The Suicide Squad, the movie.
Some sort of Suicide Squad.
The first movie that will come out directly to HBO Max will be Wonder Woman 1984, the new Wonder Woman movie. That will be coming out on Christmas Day on both. And from there on out, every movie that Warner Brothers is slated to release will automatically come to HBO Max. But
we're not going to have a movie theater here very soon.
Yeah, we honestly won't.
Well, so one thing that's cool that I found out that you could do at the movie theater up here is you can rent it out. They're doing like for like $150, you can rent it out for like 20 people.
That's cool.
Oh, that's not bad. So do you guys remember when Universal was like, yeah, we're just gonna release videos to VOD, and they did it with Trolls, and it was an amazing success. Mm-hmm. And AMC basically was like, fine, you want to do that? We're never showing your movies again.
Mm-hmm.
So, in light of Warner Brothers saying, we're going to release it to theaters, but also we're going to release it to HBO Max, AMC decided to throw in their little their 2 cents, stating clearly Warner Brothers Media intends to sacrifice a considerable portion of the profit when it comes to the movie studio division and of its production partners and filmmakers. To utilize HBO Max is unacceptable. As for AMC, we will put all of our power to ensure that Warner Brothers does not do this at our expense. We will aggressively pursue economic terms that perceive our business. Essentially, basically saying that if Warner Brothers decides to continue doing this, they are going to remove all their films from their theater, as they're basically AMC is saying it's one or the other, not both. And if you decide to do both, you can only just go put your movies on HBO Max. We don't want your business anymore.
Yeah, it's gonna cost them more business. They're gonna have movies in theaters that nobody's going to see.
Yep.
Financially, it doesn't seem. I could be wrong, but financially, it doesn't seem to make sense to do that for them on their end.
Yeah. So, yeah, because of that, they feel that their new plan could be devastating to movie theaters, as the first 30 days of release is when the movies make their most revenue, right, is what they say. I
mean, even 30 days isn't too bad.
Yep. So, but yeah, they are going to fight this, they said, as best as they can, and if ultimately they do not change their mind, they, along with Universal Studios, basically said goodbye.
Dude,
and then Warner Brothers and Universal was like, okay, fuck you, we'll keep all the money. So, whatever. We don't need your business.
They need to realize, AMC needs to realize that this isn't helping them at all.
It's not.
They have alternatives.
Mm-hmm.
Warner Brothers has an alternative service. Disney has an alternative service. There's no way that AMC can survive doing this shit, being petty assholes.
Yep. No, for both the companies, they felt that it was unacceptable that they are doing this, and they feel that they need to bring them to theaters. But at the same time, at least Warner Brothers was like, "Hey, we'll do both."
Yeah.
And AMC was like, "No."
Well, I don't know. That's my point of view on it, is that if they were to split the revenue like that, it would probably be bad. It would be bad. It wouldn't work for the theater. So it seems like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, where it's like, because think about it, like I was saying, if they say, for instance, the first 30 days are the most profitable and they have a movie in there for 2 months, Suddenly, the general revenue you would make off. Think about how many people have HBO. Suddenly, that entire market share is not going to the movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it could be self-destructive to accept terms otherwise.
But also, here's the thing, though. You got to think this. Would you rather have some money or no money?
No money if I can put in a movie in that. If I can put a movie in that same theater that would generate more income because I'm not splitting it with somebody else, then it would. I would not. I know. I don't want any of their money. Then I'm gonna put in a locally produced film that I'm gonna. You know what I mean? Just for simple. You know, I'm gonna put something else in there. I'm gonna put a different movie company in there. I'm gonna put something else in there in that same theater that's gonna generate revenue versus splitting it with HBO Max or HBO.
And the biggest thing too is it's like when companies have to evolve, they have to realize that this isn't even last year. It's a different world.
That's true.
And they even said that if the vaccine comes out and people get it, shit's not going to be normal until at least next September.
Yeah.
So you have another 10 months of this. And some people don't care. That's why they go to the movie theaters. So it's like the same time, it's like, yeah, I get like both sides of it. It's like, hey, we're struggling. We need money. But now you're taking our money out from underneath us because you're going to go do your own thing at your own terms. But at the same time, we need money. Okay, I'll just sprinkle a little bit on top for the people who want to come to the theaters and want to sacrifice or do whatever, who don't want to be cooped up inside anymore. I'll take their money while you have the people who don't want to leave their house. So
yes, Mark brings up a good point there in the chat there.
Yeah, Mark did it. You have the hope of the value of the theater brings in.
Right, it's the novelty.
The popular movies.
Yeah. And it is a weird situation. At the end of the day, it's just like, because people, not everyone wants to be cooped up. Obviously, you social distance in the movie theater, and they want to have a quick date night, go see a movie. But there's some people who don't want to leave because not everyone's going to get HBO Max.
No, not at all.
At the end of the day,
absurd to think.
Yeah. So, but it's kind of it's an interesting thing. I think it'll be bigger once Disney announces what they're going to do. Because Disney is slated to release, I think, 7 movies next year. One of the biggest ones is Black Widow, the Marvel movie. And then they have a bunch of other movies that are slated to release next year that they keep pushing back and 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 back. And with the huge flop that they did with Mulan, where they released it to Disney Plus only, but you had to pay $30 on top of paying for Disney Plus, and you only got the movie for 72 hours. So people were like, is this a joke? Like, why would I pay $10 a month plus $30 to watch a movie for 3 days? And then if I want to watch it again, I got to pay another $30 on top of my $10. So Warner Brothers doing this is actually, I think, more of a punch in the gut to Disney than anybody else. So because now it basically forces Disney to look at themselves and be like, well, shit, okay. Do we release shit to Disney Plus? Do we not charge anybody anything extra? Or do we just wait until the movie theaters open up? And so that's kind of like the struggle. So
yeah, with the ecosystem of things, I think for AMC to just straight be like, nah, brah. Like, I think, they could have definitely been more, cordial about it.
Yeah.
Suggested maybe renegotiations instead of just being like, nah. You know what I mean? Something of that nature. And same with the, with these weird times. If you're gonna
speaking of weird times, Activision is suing Netflix.
What?
The creators of Call of Duty are suing Netflix for what they are calling unethical behaviors. The gaming giant Activision is taking Netflix to court over what the Call of Duty company says they are considering a pattern of unethical and legal behaviors from the streaming company by poaching their executives.
What?
Over the last 3 years, Netflix has taken upwards of 10 executives from Activision and brought them to Netflix.
Really?
Yes.
Holy shit.
And basically, Activision is fed up with it, saying that this is unacceptable, that they are only poaching Activision's executives because they are reliable, passionate with their job, and very good at what they do. And Netflix needs to be basically, they need to be respectful that they're a company that needs to work, and you can't be poaching executives from another company just because you want them to work for you. And so they're suing Netflix.
Interesting. So that's crazy. That's a pretty crazy one. It's like, where is first off, why is it those two companies? Like, here in Erie, it's Erie Insurance and Best Buy. Like,
Yep.
that happens. That really does happen. But it makes
Mm-hmm.
sense, you know. It's a step up in the ladder as far as if you're a Geek Squad person. Usually, it's a good move
Yep.
to move into that type of thing, and you know, it's. But where's the connection? What are they, on the same city? Is the corporate offices in the same city, or like, I don't understand why it would be that specific company that they're scooping people from all crazy. Like,
Yeah, it says Netflix unapologetically recruits talent without regards to its ethical and legal obligations. It has shaped its workforce by our desires. Netflix not only ruthlessly fires its own employees and takes ours, it deems adequate by encouraging others to do the same. It is engaged in years long of recruitment and poaching from executives from our company. And we find this unethical,
inappropriate.
and they are not unlawfully regarding other companies' legal obligations. Basically, Activision's furious and pissed. The biggest one is the CFO of Activision got recruited by Netflix and left Activision to go work for Netflix. So yeah, that's the biggest one that has left
It's kind of
Activision and went
bonkers.
and so it's a weird thing. So we'll see what happens from there. But
Corporate speak.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's interesting.
A couple other big things. So the MTV Movie and TV Awards were on last night, which I had no idea was even still a fucking thing.
Sure.
So they have the music awards, but then they have the movie awards, which usually award the best movies of the year.
Yeah.
But because of everything going on, they did something different. They did a 90-minute special called The GOAT. So the greatest of all time. So hosted by Vanessa Hutchins, they decided to do 6 categories, but the greatest of all time in those specific categories, and also stating that the MTV Movie and TV Awards is going to come back greater and bigger than ever next year. So,
Okay.
Quick couple things. So the GOAT for Dance Your Ass Off scene. Kevin Bacon won in Footloose for dancing his ass off in Footloose.
He kicked off his Sunday shoes.
He did. The greatest of all time comedy giant, that award went to Kevin Hart. The greatest of all time dynamic duo, Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore for their dynamic duo in The Wedding Singer, 50 First Dates, and Blended. The greatest of all time Scream Queen goes to Jamie Lee Curtis for her amazing acting in all of the Halloween movies. The greatest of all time lip lock goes to Sarah Michelle Gellar and Selma Blair and their Cruel Intentions. Basically, it was like the first on-scene kiss between two girls that happened back like in the 90s, and everyone was freaking out about it. This one's weird to me that this movie won, but the greatest of all time on-screen breakup was Jason Segel and Kristen Bell and forgetting Sarah Marshall. The greatest Shiro, the greatest woman superhero, goes to Gal Gadot for Wonder Woman. And the greatest hero for the ages of all time, the award went to Chadwick Boseman, who played Black Panther.
So, like, instead of having an actual, like, award show where it's like, oh, hey, here's the best comedy of all time. Here's the best drama. Here's the best this, best that
Yeah.
of all time.
They pick
They
like
had
random
these-
things.
Yeah. That is such an MTV circa 2020 thing to do.
Yeah, I don't understand. I expected when I saw the greatest art time award. Okay, they're gonna best comedy. Yeah, the
Yeah.
best scary movie, horror movie, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna do the best kiss. The best. It's just like what? Okay, that's MTV
Guys,
for you.
guys, how can we not be like VH1? How can we survive in 2020?
Well, no.
I know.
Whoever owns MTV owns VH1 now.
Really?
Yeah, the MTV Music and Movie Awards plays on both channels now.
I
Oh.
didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
Guys,
whoever
how can
does
we
both.
stay relevant in music television? Stay relevant in the year 2020. I know. Bullshit, not meaning anything. Movie awards. It just prints money.
Exactly. So the last piece of news that I have, it's not really TV. It's kind of TV related. So a couple weeks ago, we saw Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Mike Tyson coming back for the first time in years, as well as we saw Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson. And if you all recall, Jake Paul basically knocked out cold, killed Nate Robinson to the point where he wasn't moving.
Yeah, I put him asleep.
So, how do you one up that? You want one up it by getting Floyd Mayweather to return to the boxing ring. But who's he gonna fight? An actual boxer? Nah. He's gonna fight a YouTuber. He's gonna fight Jake Paul's brother, Logan Paul.
Oh
It
my
is
God, I hope
official.
he did- Oh my God. Dude's gonna get murdered out there. We're
It
gonna
is.
witness an actual fucking murder on TV.
They're both gonna get paid
Sure
though.
hope not.
No, because
But,
Floyd
I wonder
Mayweather
how much-
doesn't give a fuck.
Wonder how much revenue that show did generate.
He's gonna straight up murder Logan Paul.
I don't know how many. I think it was like $50 a buy or something like that for what's his name's
Right.
for Mike Tyson's fight.
Right, just Google
So-
it real quick.
The fight is scheduled for February 20th, 2021. So, quick tale of the tape here. So,
Our tail of the tape.
Floyd Mayweather, 43 years old. Logan Paul, 25. Floyd Mayweather, 50 fights. Logan Paul won. Floyd Mayweather, 50 wins. Logan Paul, 0 wins. Floyd Mayweather losses 0. Logan Paul losses 1. Knockouts: Floyd Mayweather 27 knockouts. Logan Paul 0. So
It's gonna be a massacre out there. It's gonna be a straight up massacre. Like this would be you're like level 80. You're going back to the opening zone in the game.
so the
Like,
biggest
it's gonna be not even a contest.
the biggest advantage that Logan has is Floyd Mayweather's 5'8". Logan Paul is 6'3". Logan Paul weighs about 60 pounds, 50 to 60 pounds on average more than Floyd Mayweather. Which in reality of boxing, that fight would never actually happen because
No.
they're completely different weight classes.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen. But still, like, he's got the reach. But Mayweather's got the talent and the experience.
It's true. And as Aimright said, you can watch the fight by buying United TV. It is true. You can.
A little plug for you.
James, want to get into your news before I go?
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about this. Oh, why did it put PS5? Interesting. Hey, there is a game we talked about a few weeks ago, Persona 5 Strikers, and I got really sad because it wasn't coming here to the West, or that Sega had no plans on bringing it over here to the West. Well, LOL JK, it's coming out February.
Nice.
Hoot.
Yeah, so it will be coming to the Switch, PS4, and PC on February 23rd. And yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love me my Dynasty Warriors and Persona.
It's a good game. I like.
Hey, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, this is my next news.
Oh no, you're good. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, Kratos is coming to Fortnite. All right, next.
Yeah, he is. He has arrived.
Nintendo's a fuck.
Why is that?
Nintendo's a big fucking whiny crybabies.
Oh boy.
They're just the biggest crybabies on the internet.
Nintendo
right now.
is?
Nintendo.
What are they crying about?
All right, so let me catch you up to speed. There was a big Super Smash Bros. Melee tournament that was going on a few weeks ago or last week.
And everything was fine before this, right?
Yeah, everything was fine before this. Smash Melee, it's the big house tournament, quote unquote. And it was going to be, since due to Dave and everything, it was going to be online only. Okay, makes sense. Technology has made it so we can play GameCube games online over the internet. Well, Nintendo DMCA'd or give it a cease and desist. Okay, that happens. It's Nintendo. But then they gave a cease and desist for this one company, charity company who was making custom Joy-Con controllers to help where all the proceeds would go to suicide awareness and that kind of stuff.
Oh.
So that's number 2. And number 3, people were getting so pissed off. There was a big official Splatoon tournament that was supposed to happen. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. And a lot of because of the stuff that happened with the Melee event, a lot of the teams were changing their names to spread awareness for this Smash Bros. Tournament and the injustice behind it.
Oh
so
boy.
what did Nintendo do, you ask?
Oh boy.
You want to take a guess what Nintendo did?
Go ahead. Right
They canceled the entire official Splatoon tournament.
That's crazy, man.
Instead of I don't know, hey guys, you gotta change your name. Or hey, you're out of the tournament.
So is that China or is that Nintendo of America that did this? It's coming from above them.
Probably above them.
Sounds like
I would assume so.
That sounds like some shit that would come out of.
Yeah. So, being the crybabies that Nintendo is, they took their ball and went home. In a statement, here's a statement from Polygon. Nintendo explains about the Smash Bros. Tournament. Nintendo explains that the tournament, quote, requires use of illegally copied versions of the game in conjunction with a mod called Slippy during their online event. Nintendo therefore contacted the tournament organizers to ask them to stop. They refused, leaving Nintendo no choice but to step in to protect its intellectual properties and brands. Nintendo cannot condone or allow piracy of its intellectual property. That's fine.
That
is fine and dandy.
Yep, that makes sense.
It's their property. It's shitty. I am not endorsing it, but they have every right to do that. What I am criticizing them of is being fucking children and canceling a Splatoon tournament.
Oh, that, yeah.
Because people changed their names to stuff, their team names to stuff they didn't like.
So this comes down to their freedom of speech piece, or are they just being a jerk about it, or
they're being a jerk about it.
Yeah.
Big old jerk.
That's crazy that they would cancel the whole thing. So what would happen if people just what would happen if you violated what if I wanted to put on a Pokemon Go tournament and Nintendo could just be like, nah, you're not allowed to do that.
Well, the big thing with it was you had to use ROMs Like you had to use the ISO file of Melee.
Okay.
Not you couldn't.
Why did you have to use the ICO? Why couldn't you just? Maybe that's what gave you know what it was. It's probably what gives you the ability to maybe for the comment. You know how like for instance, if you're watching Overwatch, there'll be that extra camera that just flies around, that one extra person.
Yeah, no, because it's an online tournament for Melee, which came out on the GameCube. So you can't really. It didn't have any online functionality back then.
What was?
So you would have to download like an emulator with that ISO, and then play it.
Understood. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
How else would you expect to be able to accomplish that?
You can't.
So it's just like, no, you can't play that game as a competition.
Exactly. You would have to have people. You would have to take a bunch of GameCubes and a bunch of copies of it to an actual space and play it that way. But in 2020, you can't do that. Or you shouldn't do that.
Right. With the Rona and everything.
Yeah, you really shouldn't do that. But yeah, it's Nintendo. I love the company and all. I grew up with their stuff, but
I wouldn't.
God.
I'll be honest. I wouldn't be surprised. So if they didn't act like a bum about it and like cancel that thing, you know, like you said, if they were just like, look, guys, no, or and then just work on something. Nintendo. Is there any reason off the top of your head you think that Nintendo couldn't produce some sort of thingamabobber that would accomplish what they're trying to do and still be within the terms? Like Nintendo, can't you like?
Can't you port Melee to the Switch?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. That would fix everything. Just port it over.
It would.
So that everybody can play from home. Isn't that the idea?
That's the idea. People have fun, play it at home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but no, we can't have nice things. And then it makes me think of like Sega and how they deal with that kind of stuff. The exact same stuff. Sega is the opposite.
Really?
Sega is.
What the hell is Sega doing?
Yeah, they're like, oh man, you made this sweet ass ROM for or you made this sweet ass like ROM hack or fan game for like a Sonic game. Sweet. Hey, that's really good. You want to work on a Sonic game? That's how Sonic Mania became a thing. Yeah, that's how Sonic Mania became a thing. The dude that one of the dudes that basically that entire team that made Sonic Mania the best Sonic game in fucking a decade is made by people who did ROM hacks for Sonic. And Sega saw it and they're like, bet you get to make a new Sonic game. An official Sonic game. Yeah.
Yeah, that moves that moves the organization forward. Those type of ideas.
Yeah, exactly. That's how companies should look, you know.
Well, it's like a lot of the open source projects. I mean, think about it like Skyrim. Would Skyrim still be Skyrim if it wasn't for open sourced modders and things like that?
Yeah, and Bethesda does a great job. Bethesda sometimes does a great job with that. You know, they're totally cool with people making games out of their stuff. Here, let's just release the game engine for you to fuck around with.
Right.
Oh, boy. Every day it seems like Nintendo's getting higher and higher on my shit list.
Do they have anything cool coming down the pipeline at least? New?
Not really. Breath of the Wild 2 is supposed to come out next year.
Okay.
Came back, sorry.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Well, that's perfect timing because I'm on to my next news segment.
Titties.
Cyberpunk 2077 is in the news. Not because it's coming out this week, but because there's a 43 gigabyte pre-launch patch for it.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
not the day one patch, mind you. This is a day, like, essentially day 0 patch.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. So far, it looks like it's just on Xbox, but who knows if it's going to be on anything else. Fucking A. Speaking of, finally, I have here, speaking of games that are fucking gigantic, let's talk about Medal of Honor, the new Medal of Honor game.
Yeah.
What's the new Medal of Honor? Above and Beyond.
Above and Beyond.
Yeah. So this is a VR only title. Okay.
Oh, it is.
VR only. Yeah, it's only on VR. How big would you expect this VR only title to be?
Like 50
put
gigs?
To put into perspective, Half-Life Alyx, which is another big, huge, like really, Half-Life Alyx was the first AAA VR only game. That is 80 or 68 gigs. What do you think Medal of Honor Above and Beyond is?
Probably it should be like 40, 50.
Higher. Jeff, do you have a guess?
90?
Higher.
What? 150.
Higher.
200 gigs?
Fucking higher.
Get out of here.
340 gigabytes.
Why? Is it the greatest looking fucking war game of all time?
Here's the thing, though. Here is the thing. After you install it, it drops down to 170 gigabytes.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know at all.
I see this now. 300.
You lost your sound.
So
buddy.
to put this into
Oh,
perspective,
sorry, I was whispering.
Microsoft Flight Simulator, the game that is a 1-to-1 scale of planet Earth, is 127 gigabytes.
Yeah, you're fucking flying the planet for half the
entire
size.
Fucking world is smaller than Medal of Honor Above and Beyond.
That's wild.
Yeah. Also, here are the system requirements for Medal of Honor Above and Beyond. Intel i7 9700K or compatible AMD chip. 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. An NVIDIA GTX 2080 or higher. And 340 gigabytes free space for installation down to 170 gigabytes once finalized. SSD recommended. Holy
so
shit.
crazy.
Yeah, that's bonkers,
You
bro.
need a stupid high-end system to hit the minimum system requirements.
It's like
The
Mark said, it's like Ark
minimum.
and all the DLC.
But yeah, what Ark, I mean, you don't need a fucking, $1,500 computer.
Right.
run
That's
it.
true. Yeah, that's right.
Goddamn minimum 2080, minimum i7 9700K.
That's so crazy.
I look at that and I go, damn, looks like I'm never playing a Medal of Honor game again. Holy shit. This game better look unfucking believable.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
better have
1000%.
this better have all the particle effects. This
Do you think
better
that's what
have-
it is, or do you think it's just not optimized? Because I know a lot of games,
Oh.
like over time, they start out big and then they optimize them and clean them up and stuff.
Oh,
think
I
there
can
might be a
guarantee
lot of,
this
like,
isn't
ugh.
optimized.
That is or is not.
Guarantee it's not
Oh.
optimized at all.
You think that could be why it
mean-
is so big? Like rushed release, Who cares if it's
Probably.
giant? We'll clean it up later. Like, just get it out
Probably.
there.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. It's probably more the typical rush it to release. It always is.
Yeah. I don't know what's more shocking, the minimum requirements or the fucking storage space.
Well, Arc is optimized, but yeah, an Arc is huge. Mark was saying. He says, I don't know there,
This
but
minimum-
Arc is optimized as shit.
This minimum specs I would expect to see in, like, you know,
I don't
8
know,
years. 8 years from now, I'd expect to see these as minimum specs. Minimum system requirements.
What was the processor minimum?
i7 9700K
Really?
or AMD chip, so Ryzen 7 3700X or better.
Okay. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely nuts. It is definitely not optimized.
Hank.
That's
Do you
all
think
I
that
have.
over time it is gonna? Do you think over time it is gonna
I would hope.
trim down and? But
I would
not.
really hope that they make it more optimized.
Yeah.
Maybe not make companies need to learn about file compression. They really do.
Yeah, it could probably make. Is there? Well, like I said, Arc was optimized over time, but it was pretty.
Yeah.
It was pretty sloppy when it first came out. So
Mhm.
maybe that's the same story with this one. So
Maybe.
some.
But
Do you
then
think
again,
it'll?
Arc. Then again, Arc is a, double A game. It's an indie game. This is an EA published thing with
Yeah.
Respawn working on it.
That's a good point. Ding, ba-da-ding. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so it's different with that. Just listen, all they need to do is just buy WinRAR and just compress the files. I get it. You don't want to buy WinRAR. But just do it. All right, that's all that I have for news. Walker isn't here, so Jeff, do you have anything?
Not too much. Actually, I don't really have anything in the way of news. I have been, however, I acquired I don't know how much we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but I've played with it a little more, and I'm still figuring some bugs out, or like some things out. Like I had an issue with it today, but I acquired the year's subscription to the Streamlabs OBS.
How are you liking it?
It's pretty good. I like the multi-stream capability in it, which is very similar to the other one. It messed up today though. Like
Yeah,
I hit the button to stream to everywhere, and I had no idea where it was streaming to. Streaming to like nowhere. I mean, it was streaming somewhere, otherwise it would have said it wasn't. But I checked all the platforms and it was there. So
Yeah.
something I have to play with, but I haven't streamed too many times using it. It is kind of neat having all of the themes available. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I was playing with some of those. They're still some of them are still a little heavy and clunky, and I just haven't had the time to like sit down and iron, like, play with a couple, because I like to build them anyways.
Oh yeah. You rather just build them.
Yeah, I like building them. The notifications and the little like fancy things are kind of cool to add along, like the alert boxes and things like that. But other than that, the other thing that's pretty dope about it is the unified chat, which I'm pretty quiet tonight, so I haven't played with it too. Or again, none of it I've really played with too much. But the idea is that it puts all the chats in one box, which is nice because then you can run that. Yep. And that's to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at once. So I've been playing with that, and that's been kind of neat. There's a whole shop. Like you have access. Yeah, you can build your own .com type idea and upload pictures and put
Web
your
store and stuff like that.
It has a whole bunch of stuff which I haven't even touched. So, I got some time coming up here. I think it's very possible I have some time coming up.
Yeah, there you go.
In which case,
Play around with it.
Yeah. So hopefully within the next 2 weeks or so, I'll have more experience with playing with it. And then there was usually how it goes. I got one cool little streamer tip for folks.
Yeah, let's go. Let's hear it.
Look into it's. I think it's in streamer tips in the Discord for Splash Screen, but there's an app out there called ScriptKey, Crypt Key or something like that. And it's pretty dope, dude. It's like exactly what most of us who are content producers would want out of a screen mirroring program. Because it does exactly that. Nothing really. It's cool. You can use your mouse with it. You can use your keyboard with it. It's very straightforward. You can literally drag files. Like, you could have a file on your desktop and drag it to the phone and it'll copy it over.
That's neat.
It's like literally so far, out of all of the screen mirroring softwares I've seen thus far, it is the best. Like, for instance, the other day, I opened up Snapchat, put on a filter, and then threw that into OBS, and then cleaned it up, you know. And if I hit play or if I hit go live or record or something, I could have had that overlay in my video. You know what I mean? So there's that. Another cool thing that I stumbled across is, you might have to Google it because I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but I have it. I just haven't. I played with it a little bit, but it's another one that's for Snapchat filters on your camera for use in OBS. There's YouTube videos of people that will walk you through setting it up, but it's pretty cool because you literally open up your cam options, the video camera options in OBS. Yeah. You add a new layer of that, but you choose the software as your camera, and then whatever overlay is attached to that in the open program over there, because it does have to be open, is the overlay that is happening on your camera, which is pretty cool. And then Piff was playing around with Proctor Piff was playing with a voice box software that he was messing with that for like a whole night. Proctor says, "Can we see this filter?" In question, no, because the camera's running through Discord. If I was running the camera through OBS presently, I possibly could do it. Well, I'd still have to push a bunch of buttons to make. In theory, I might, because if OBS can see that camera, I don't know why Discord wouldn't be able to see it. So it is possible, but I'm not going to do it right now because, knowing my luck, I'll hit a button and everything will fall apart. Yeah. But so I've been tinkering with a lot of that kind of thing lately, you know. And then I created a Discord page that's just like a notebook for different projects and stuff like that. So I'm really hyper trying to focus in on this stuff, and I'd like to get like, I'm trying to promote Proctor. I want him to do more and aim to do more. And I don't know if you guys are trying to do more stuff. I know you're always doing something, James.
Yeah, I
Warrior out here. But yeah. So check that out if you guys are streamers. Look into it. Camera overlays or I'll put it somewhere. I'll make it find, maybe in the description or something. But definitely, it's going to be in the streamer tips in the Splash Screen page, or Discord in the Splash Screen Discord. Something cool. There you go.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks, Jeff.
Handy dandy.
You're back. So let's
Can't hear you,
let's
though.
hear what you have for news.
Yeah, sorry, I had some. I got an email from that executive resolutions position to sign up for an interview tomorrow. So I have an interview tomorrow at 11:15.
Nice.
Awesome. Good luck, my dude.
So, thank you. So that's what I was stepping away for. So it's really late. I'm kind of shocked I came in this late, but what? So a couple of sweet things that I have. One, Fall Guys is getting a Doom costume set.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. A part of its next expansion, that will be called Doom Guy.
Wow,
so
clever.
Just like Fortnite seems to be doing a crossover with Marvel, it looks like Fall Guys. Fall Guys will be doing a crossover with Doom.
Yeah, they did one they had a Godzilla one.
Yep.
Godzilla outfit.
So that'd be kind of cool. BioWare today confirms Dragon Age. They confirmed Dragon Age. We got an early look. Last week they teased that Dragon Age 4 would be getting a reveal at the Game Awards 2020, and it looks like we'll be getting more on the showcase this Thursday, December 10th.
Nice.
So we'll see what happens. I've never played the Dragon Age games, but I know a lot of people love.
I played the first one. It was good. I liked it.
I've never played any of them. What are they?
They're just BioWare RPGs. If you play one, you play them all. Choice system, pseudo action RPG. It's like Star Wars, the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic, but high fantasy.
Right, more dragons and
more dragons, less ships.
Nice. So somebody finally found out in Crash Bandicoot 4, there's an Easter egg. What appears to be the Easter egg for Spyro the Dragon 4.
What?
Spyro the Dragon? The little purple dragon?
Yeah. What game is this in?
Is the Spyro like floaty at the beginning of the game?
Yeah, so they put everything together, and that in Crash Bandicoot there's an Easter egg in the Crash at the beginning of beginning of the game of Crash 4.
Yeah.
There's an Easter egg for what appears to be Spyro. And it was the first official hint for the game Spyro 4.
It's not an official hint. Well, what was the actual Easter egg?
Just that they're making a Spyro 4.
No, but what was the Easter egg?
The egg. Just the egg floating.
Yeah. What was the game? What was the
there was it says, I guess on it, if you look at it, it says there's a quote from the game. It says Spyro 4 is here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's just like straight up in your face. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's no codes or clues.
Yeah.
I thought it was just the fucking little flotation device, the little floaty guy. And
No.
That doesn't mean shit, dog.
Yeah, no, if you actually look at it. Yes, the Spyro 4 is here.
That just means Toy for Bob worked on the old Spyro game, the Reignited trilogy.
Isn't it the same? It's not the same company though, right?
Yeah, well, what used to be Vivendi Universal, now it's Activision owns Spyro and Crash.
Okay, well, that makes sense then.
Yeah, they bought him off. They bought him off of Sony after Insomniac and Naughty Dog were both like, yeah, we don't want to make these anymore.
So yeah, everyone was super pumped about the Spyro. What was it called, James? You said it.
Reignited trilogy.
Yeah, where they had all three games, and everyone wanted a fourth one, just like they did for Crash, and we're getting one. Let's see what we got here. Do 1 second here. Oh, this actually is movie news.
Maybe they'll talk about it at the Game Awards. Ooh.
Yeah, they're supposed to be.
That'd be cool.
So actually, I forgot. I should add this to my movie news. So the Alien franchise is now being produced and developed by the Marvel team.
Oh God, no.
The company, the team that makes all the Marvel movies, making and producing the next Alien movie.
You know, I just spent the last 2 days watching like independent horror short movies. I have. It's been wonderful, actually.
Good.
And I don't like the idea of that.
It says it'll start with the new Predator movie that'll start filming in 2021.
See, it's gonna be so Hollywood. Like when I think of one of those movies, I think of The Blob. I think of The Toxic Avenger. I think of, horror, gore fest, just nasty with some campy humor in it. With, you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna make it so serious, and it's gonna be so CGI. It's gonna be like watching a cartoon.
Yeah, because of the acquisition of Disney purchasing 20th Century Fox, Marvel has basically taken the acquisition of the Alien franchise and put it under their subcategory. and they were going to be developing the new Alien franchise.
So
Who
they're gonna
is
model
this?
it after the movies or the books? I mean, the comics.
I mean, wouldn't it be nice though if they did do that? If they did,
No, because it'll probably be trash.
I don't know. Well, they took the Marvel comics, so maybe they'll take the Alien comics and make that.
yeah, some of the Alien story arcs, some of them are pretty fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, they're gonna Marvelify it,
I know.
and they're just gonna turn it into a semi-decent popcorn flick.
Yeah, it's just gonna be yeah.
That's
Well-
all the Marvel movies are. Is just an okay popcorn flick that you forget about as soon as you leave the theater.
Oh, it just sucks they're not going to finish the Prometheus arc, whatever that, the Prometheus, and then what was the next one?
I forget what it was.
It wasn't called Alien.
No, it was
Well, it is the Prometheus. That whole thing is the Prometheus arc,
yeah,
isn't it?
it's, yeah.
Was it Prometheus 2? Was that just what it was?
No,
Prometheus
I
2?
don't think it was Prometheus 2.
Well, I'm saying they're not going to finish that.
Really?
Well, yeah, because they're starting over.
They're starting the whole thing over?
Yeah, well, they're going to start with the new Predator.
Fuck. Alien Covenant was a sequel.
Oh, that's right.
Alien
That's
Covenant.
what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't know
and
they were
it's-
rebooting the series on top of it.
Yeah,
So they're acquiring it and then rebooting it.
they already acquired it. Now they're redoing it, and they're starting with the new Predator.
Shitty one-liners throughout the entire goddamn movie.
Yeah, because when they bought 21st Century Fox, bought the rights to Alien, so it was all one.
Hmm.
So, who knows? Maybe they'll make a good Alien versus Predator.
Yeah.
I liked the Alien versus Predator movie. I didn't think it was bad.
No, I generally I like those movies. I don't know. Some of them.
Alien 2 is one of the best sci-fi films ever made.
They're
Oh, wow,
entertaining.
my
I
God.
enjoy them.
The fucking freaky ass face huggers.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yep.
I wonder if they'll have what's her name make a cameo. What the fuck's her name?
Daisy Ridley or Daisy not I forget.
Well, it's Ripley.
Yeah, it's Ripley in the movie.
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, that's
Sigourney
right.
Weaver,
I couldn't.
yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if she'll make an appearance. Probably not, but
Probably.
so as like a nostalgia thing.
Yep.
So we won't know much right now, but in the coming couple months, we'll find out more as to what they were going to be doing.
Maybe they'll talk about it at D23.
Lord of the Rings Online is getting a big update by 2022.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I forgot that was even still up and running.
Yep.
Like I played fucking that Lord of the Rings Online back on like my Windows 7 my Windows Vista computer. Lord of the Rings Online has been around forever.
Oh, I didn't even know it was a thing. Really, like I remembered it, but I don't like thought about it because no one plays it.
Let me see. When did it come out? Lord of the Rings Online. 2007.
Wow. Yeah. So it was slated for PC only. The MMO was it's going to come to the PS5, the Xbox Series X, and the Xbox Series S sometime in the future.
I don't know about that one. They've been saying that for the past fucking 10 years. That was coming out on like the 360 and PS3.
So supposedly they're actually going to do it this time.
Yeah,
And
believe it.
it's going to have a huge update by 2020 that is it's going to coincide with an Amazon TV series.
Now that I'm excited for.
It is going to capitalize on Amazon's huge production of the Lord of the Rings TV show that'll be coming out in 2022. I don't know how you do a Lord of the Rings TV show, but
Very easily. Are you familiar with the lore that
No.
Jolkin, Rolkin, Rolkin, Tolkien made?
no.
Oh, it's big. It's really fucking big.
Really?
You could easily make. You could probably make a few different TV shows out of it.
Oh yeah, they have quite a bit to work with.
Oh,
Well,
well,
they never even got into like things like the Children of the Hurin and some of the other stuff in the movies. We just followed, the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit.
Bilbo Baggins.
That's it. Yeah, the Baggins trilogy, the Baggins saga. We just followed that. We haven't even explored shit that happened way before everything.
Oh, well, that makes sense then.
Well, that'd be cool. That'd be neat if they could do it, if they could pull it off.
I'm excited for it.
Last thing I have
Lords.
is the 20 biggest games to play in
2021.
Yeah. Game number 1, Cyberpunk 2020. These are no in specific order.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, sorry. I was reading
It
2021.
comes out in 2020.
Cyberpunk 2077.
A lot of people are super stoked about it.
Yep.
Deathloop.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
I don't remember what Deathloop is. It's an immersive sim where you play.
Yeah, that I think I wish Nate was on because he knows a lot more about it than I do.
Okay.
Not number 3, but the third one they have on the list. Dying Light 2.
They're making a sequel.
There's
to
no
Dying Light.
There's no
Yeah, no,
release date.
I thought that got canned.
It got delayed indefinitely.
Yeah,
That's why they said
that shit-
2021.
That shit ain't ever coming out.
That's why it says 2021 and beyond.
And beyond.
Yeah, that shit ain't ever coming out.
Elden Ring.
That
Elden
shit ain't never coming out.
Elden Ring.
It's a Game of Thrones.
It's Dark Souls. It's by the Dark Souls developers from Soft.
Okay.
But I keep wanting to say J.R.R. Tolkien, but it's not him. It's George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
Is working with them to make the story, the quote unquote story.
It it does look very much like one of those games. The one you literally just said like 2 seconds ago.
Game of Thrones.
The other
Oh,
one.
the one he
Dark
said Dark
Souls.
Souls.
Yeah, Dark Souls. It looks very Dark Souls.
Dark Souls, Bloodborne,
Yep.
Demon Souls,
Phew, that's a dope picture.
Mech Warrior.
The next one is
Easy.
Everwild.
I've heard of Everwild. I don't remember it.
It's by Rare.
Oh, that one
that's
looks
the one that they
cool.
showed off. Yeah, that's the one they showed off at the Xbox one. The
Cover your
Xbox
face
one.
since you're
Yes.
here anyway.
It's like the Breath of the Wild-esque animation.
Yeah, it looks pretty neat.
Yeah, where you have to you're in tune with the plants
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep.
The forest.
A highly fantasy fiction game.
Yeah, that looks pretty neat.
Fable
Another Fable coming out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they teased it.
at the
Oh, I
Microsoft
remember
event.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing it.
At
It's
the
just
very
called
end.
Fable.
We've got one
What is
more
it
thing
technically
to
though?
show
Fable
you.
4?
World premiere.
Yeah, it was just a fairy floating around and it gets eaten by a frog.
And then it just says Fable.
What is
Far
it? What
Cry
is it?
6.
Fable 4, technically?
Well, we don't know. It might be a
unless-
remake of the
Yeah.
reimagining of the first one. Who knows?
Yeah,
Oh,
it could
I
be
know, but-
4. It could be a redo.
Thank you. Just so I know what to Google here.
Yeah, it's just Fable.
Because you type in Fable, you get like every Fable game that's ever existed.
Oh, yeah, that's literally that's what it's called, just Fable.
What?
Far Cry 6
6?
with the drug lord from Breaking Bad
Yeah, this preview looked pretty dope.
as the main antagonist.
I'll be excited to maybe play it. Who knows? It might just crash like Far Cry 5 does on my computer.
It's true.
Possible.
One of the biggest reveals of 2020, Final Fantasy 16
Yeah.
coming
Yeah, I can't
exclusively
wait
to
for that.
PS5.
I can't wait for that.
It is slated for
Cool.
2021 and every other year. It's
Well,
rumored.
no, they haven't said it. It's not coming out for the other consoles. It's only PC and PlayStation.
Oh, it is? Okay, PC
Yeah,
and PlayStation then.
Square said it. What is it? Their project. I think it's like Athena or something like that. The
Yeah.
one that's by the Final Fantasy 14 engine team.
Yep, that's true.
That has that was announced at the first PlayStation 5 event. That I guess is going to have 24-month console exclusivity for the PS5.
That's insane.
Jesus Christ, 2 years. You might as well just not release it on anything else.
Right.
It's like Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing is God of War Ragnarok.
Dad of Boy.
The one after that is Gotham Knights. It's the newest rendition of the Batman games, the Arkham series. Gran Turismo 7.
Oh God, I can't wait for that. I love the Gran Turismo games because if I ever want to see what my PlayStation can do, I pop in a Gran Turismo game.
Really?
Oh yeah.
If I want to push my
It's phenomenal.
PlayStation to the limits, I pop in a Gran Turismo game because they've fucking optimized the shit out of it and make it look incredible.
The next one, once it comes out, Halo Infinite.
Games always did.
Number whatever this is, Hitman 3.
Hitman 3 is interesting. I would be interested to see how it runs on the Switch with the cloud version.
It's slated for January 20th.
Yep.
Next one, Horizon Forbidden West.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that she killed, like that mutated deer, right?
That's the yeah, it's like the world has been taken over by like robots.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like Nier Automata.
Yeah. In the open world post-apocalyptic game. Next one is Hogwarts Legacy. It is the open world adventure of Hogwarts where you make your own character, basically live out your life at Hogwarts.
Really?
Yeah. That's serious.
If you want to be a wizard, you can be a wizard.
Yep.
Is this what is this? Is this a online game or is this a like
No, I think it's single player.
It's supposed to be console.
supposed to be console?
Yeah, I think it's just a single player
Linear
RPG.
story?
Yep.
Yeah, you make a character and basically you live out the adventures.
It does surprise me that there's not like an MMO.
Online?
Yeah, like a Hogwarts MMO type joint. I bet there is. I have no idea.
Yeah,
but
man.
It wouldn't surprise
Mark
me.
just posted in the chat.
Did?
The Gmod Harry Potter roleplay.
I can see this becoming multiplayer though. It'd be stupid for it not to be.
Depends on how the story is. Yeah, it could be really stupid.
Oh yeah, but
I
supposedly
thought there was supposed to be a Harry Potter MMO that was supposed to come out.
yeah, that's what this is. No, this is just the
Yeah.
game.
I was gonna say, yeah, this is just the game by itself.
Yeah, there is supposed to be an MMO.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make an original character and you dive into the academic career of Hogwarts. Yeah, it's fully open world, Hogwarts and all of its surrounding environment. You will interact with the other students and professors, and you can have full-on conversations.
Neat.
So it's linear, but there'll be side quests.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming it's probably gonna be like an Assassin's Creed game, but with wands and shit, where you have your main story, but at the same time you have an adventure if you want to go garden, or herbology is what it's called. That you can go do that, or if you want to become a master at Quidditch.
Quidditch. Whatever that game is. I think
Yeah.
it is called Quidditch, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Quidditch.
Quidditch. If you want to become a master at that, you can do that. Like
Hold on.
That's neat. That's cool that they've done that.
So
Who made Harry Potter?
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling. I wonder if you could be a transphobe like J.K. Rowling. Fuck that bitch. She's a fucking dick. I hate her guts. I didn't like Harry Potter to begin with. Now I super don't like it.
On a side note, though, this game probably will be pretty fun.
No, it won't.
Please don't be like the Goblet of Fire for the Wii. The Half-Blood Prince was almost a third-person shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last Harry Potter game to come out was just Gears of War, but Harry Potter. It was a cover
remember-
shooter.
Like, number 2 through, like, 5 was actually... No, 2 through... Number 2 and 3 were good.
Yeah.
Because number 2 was a Chamber of Secrets. You actually could walk down into the Chamber of Secrets. So that was pretty cool. I used to love those games.
Originally, Nintendo pitched the idea to make the first Harry Potter game.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they went to Warner Brothers and was like, "Here's our game," and they're like, "Yeah, we like it, but we want more, wider net." So they released it on a bunch of platforms.
Yeah, I remember playing those on PlayStation. I loved those. The games were good. I never played the later ones.
I played it on my Windows 9 or my Windows XP computer.
So it'll be pretty cool becoming a master of the mystic arts. Next game is the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Next one is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Oh,
I know a lot of people personally that are stoked about that.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 8 Village.
Oh no, Resident Evil the Village.
It's
hate.
V Roman numeral VILLAGE.
Yeah, that's the one where they're like, "This is an 8."
Yes.
There's an 8 right on the title.
Oh god, that pisses me off beyond belief. You don't even goddamn know.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're just they did it on purpose for the memes and like for the self promotion.
Like the physical VILL is highlighted.
Yeah,
and
it
then
is.
8.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck, it is.
It's not an 8 though.
And Capcom saying that this isn't Resident Evil 8.
It's
like,
own
okay,
game.
then unfucking highlight the VILL, which is Roman numeral.
Yes.
Jeez.
Because they did the exact same shit with Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
They're like, it's really not. It's just a branding thing we do. It's like it's really not 8. I'm seeing.
Yeah. Just the logo design, but we're too far into it now to change.
Yeah.
We accidentally.
It's already been exported, and we lost the original stuff. So it's just like,
Yeah, we clicked the wrong font color, so that was our.
And it's crazy because every single ad is like that same idea. If it doesn't have a direct 8 on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hellblade 2. Why does this look like it's? I was gonna say, why does this look like it's? This looks like Resident Evil 8 or whatever the hell it is, the Village. Why does it look like it's from? Jesus Christ! Why does this look like Van Helsing?
Well,
what time frame is this game?
It's got werewolves in it.
There's werewolves in it and bats and
it's
like a vampire.
Yeah, it takes place in a European village.
In what year? In time?
Modern day.
It's the same time frame as 7. It takes place right after it.
Takes place literally like days after or weeks after 7.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Good old 7 Biohazard.
Okay.
Or Biohazard 7.
It's true. Hellblade 2, and the last one is the new Bethesda game, Starfield.
Yeah, we won't see that next year. We'll probably see it.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's gonna be a little while for that one's up.
Well,
Hellblade though.
So that'd be good.
I'm looking forward to that.
It'll be buggy.
Fun.
It'll be good for the Starfield.
Yeah.
Bethesda hasn't updated that engine and since like
still
fucking Fallout 3.
That same engine?
Yeah, they're still using the exact same engine
well,
that they used for Fallout 3.
I mean, it works, and as long as you throw new shaders and new assets together in there, like...
Does it really work, though? I mean, it's a hot mess. It's the same way, like, yeah, I can do stuff when I'm, like, completely plastered. But like I don't do it well. I could build a
There it
shelf while
functions, but
yeah, I could build a shelf while I'm like 8 beers in, but
Should you?
it's not gonna be.
it may
It's not
fall
gonna be
over.
good. Yeah, it may fall over.
Well, that's all I got for news. Well, let's dive into some releases.
Yeah, let's look at the releases for December up until December 14th. All right, so we have Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 coming out tomorrow on December 8th for the Switch and PS4. Monster Sanctuary coming out for the Switch and PC on the 8th. Destiny 2 coming out for the PS5 and Series X/S on the 8th. Doom Eternal coming out for the Switch on the 8th. Swords of Gargantua coming out for PS4 on the 8th. Call of the Sea coming out for PC and Xbox Series X on, you guessed it, the 8th. Temtem coming to early access on PS5 on the 8th, which, let me tell you, the pricing for Temtem is really weird.
Why you say this?
What is it?
It's on the PlayStation Store, it's $37.49.
Okay.
$37.49. That's a really weird price.
Yeah, it's very specific.
It is
Yeah.
very specific.
So maybe I'll play that. Maybe I'll stream that one of these days. On the 9th, we got Do Not Feed the Monkeys on Xbox One. AI coming out for the Xbox One on the 9th. Unto the End coming out for PC and PS4 on the 9th. On the 10th, we have Spice and Wolf. No, we don't care about that. Cyberpunk 2077. That's really the only game that really matters that's coming out on the 10th. I mean, there's Spice and Wolf VR 2 for PS4 and Switch. Brigadine, The Legends of Runeterra coming out for PS4. Pixel Junk Eden 2 coming out for the Switch. Orwell's Animal Farm coming out for PC. Like, we don't care about that. Cyberpunk. On the 11th, Panzer Dragoon Remake comes out for the Xbox One. Alba, A Wildlife Adventure comes out for the PC on the 11th. Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, Better Get a New Hard Drive, coming out for the PC on the 11th. My
True.
Hidden Things coming out for the Xbox One on the 11th. Sinker 2 coming out for the Xbox One on the 11th. Then on the
Then
that's it.
There. Yeah,
then that's it. Yeah, because then it's the 15th after that.
Okay.
Back to you guys.
For movies and news, we don't have much, but we do have a big one. We're getting a new Crocodile Dundee movie
Oh, cool.
with the original Paul Hogan. It is called the very excellent
is.
Mr. Crocodile Dundee. It is basically what has he been doing over these past years since his last movie? And essentially, basically gets forced into the life of being the crocodile hunter again.
Interesting.
We need you to come out of retirement. Something
Gotta
is
save
wrong
some
down.
crops.
that needs hunted.
That's funny.
That comes out on the 11th. Also, for those who care, season 36 of MTV's The Challenge.
Don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Is that like
Do you
when they used
remember
to
how
make people sit in the car? Like 5 people has to live in the car, live in it to win it.
Yeah, you remember how they did like the one where they had to live together and all that shit in
Yeah.
like the real world? And then they made the people do the real world, but they made them do a competition against each other.
Yeah.
That's what that is. Season 36.
Real quick.
Hey, if it works,
Yeah.
man. If it works.
Real quick, I was just scrolling through the releases coming out next year. On March 24th, 2021, we have Love Live, School Idol Festival, After School Activity, YY Home Meeting.
I like it. January
What
7th,
a
we have
name.
Hell's Kitchen Season 19.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's just
Let me go back up.
I hope he calls someone a fucking potato or something. Oh, speaking of weird shit, I don't know what made me think of this. Dragon Quest XI, there's a cow that you talk to that tells you what the weather's like.
I fucking love it. No, you're good. On The 11th, you have The Prom coming to Netflix. It is a starring Meryl Streep
Good old Meryl Streep.
and James Corden, Keegan Michael Key, and a bunch of other celebrities. It's a comedy about the prom. It's a musical.
Interesting.
You have also coming to Netflix on Thursday the 10th. It's called Alice in Borderland Season 1. Aroju, I fucking know how to say that, some Chinese name. A listless, jobless video game young man suddenly finds himself in a strange, emptied version of Tokyo in which he and his friends must complete dangerous games in order to survive. In this strange world, he meets a girlfriend, a young woman who is navigating the game alone. Together, they set out to unravel one mystery after another as they risk their lives to confront what it means to be alive.
That sounds just like The World Ends With You.
I'll watch the trailer right quick.
Like, almost to a goddamn T.
So yeah, basically they get sucked into a game where they
Huh.
have to got subtitles. So yeah, them and a bunch of people essentially get sucked into reality where they have to kill and fight and do basically game levels to survive. Not game levels, but tasks. That'd be interesting. And past that, there's really nothing
Crazy going on?
too crazy that comes out. I don't know if I talked about it last week. Getting really good reviews, but Selena is on Netflix.
I know. I've heard it's gotten some good.
Yeah,
Feedback
I've
as
heard some
well.
good things about it.
Basically, if you're not familiar with who that was, she was the reason why Jennifer Lopez is essentially famous now. She was a singer-songwriter from Corpus Christi, Texas, that got murdered by her manager in broad daylight. And it's her story to rise in fame, leading up to her death and post-trial.
Yeah, isn't that starring Millie Bobby Brown?
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it.
So that's all I got. And I think that's a cast. Let's go around the horn. And where can we find you guys? Schroeder, go with you again.
Sure. Yeah, you can find me at Splash Screen Gaming on Twitch, YouTube, and the TikTok. Facebook and Instagram, it's going to be Team Splash Screen. And on Twitter, it will be Splash Screen G. Right now, oh yeah, that's kind of that. Those links are available on the Level Unlocked podcast Discord, also under the crew section. You guys find the time, check out the YouTube. But yeah, other than that, I plan on doing some streaming this week. I'm gonna be doing the Battle Royale with Cheese for sure. Not sure what we'll play. Probably Call of Duty, because that's what everybody else has been playing or wants to typically. I feel like that's on the menu, unless everybody wants to play something different. Let's see, Hellblade probably on Friday. I think on Wednesday, I think Phasmophobia I want to play personally. I want to get some people on that. Yeah, because they just released the new map. The new prison map. So,
Get that shit, James. You got this.
yeah, plus that YouTube video did pretty well, so I want to kind of make another one that, I don't know, I thought it was funny. But other than that, I don't think I have anything really going on tomorrow. If I stream, I stream for the sake of doing it. A while back, I used to do like Technical Tuesdays where I would stream like making overlays or banners or editing a video or something. So maybe,
Yeah.
but probably not. And that's about it. So I will kick back you over to you, James.
All right. Well, hey, I'm probably going to be playing. Of course, I'm going to be playing more Pokemon Emerald Randomizer.
Hell yeah.
That's just been a lot of fun. Let me tell you, Jeff, might be something you need to think about doing.
I
I think you would
know.
really enjoy it.
Oh, I'm spread out so thin already, my dude. But I'll check it out. I'll watch more of your videos. I was digging what I was seeing.
Yeah, it's a whole new way to play Pokemon. My team is absolute garbage, but man, we're gonna beat the Elite Four. guaranteed. That's my team.
Well, I believe in you.
That's my team that's gonna win. So
I've heard rumors of your
you can
power
check-
level, so
yeah, and I might play something else. Who knows? I'll probably play Cyberpunk because that's the thing everyone's playing.
is it?
Might as well play it. So I'll play Cyberpunk when that comes out. I'll probably play it on the 11th because I'm gonna be watching the Game Awards on the 10th. But you can watch all that stuff at twitch.tv/JimmyNoodlesGG. And if you ever miss a stream, you can check out youtube.com/JimmyNoodlesGaming for the full segments of the live stream. And then you can also check out me on Twitter at JimmyNoodlesGG. What about you, Walker? What are you going to be doing?
Well, right now I'm trying to draw a teardrop on your cheek on my stream.
Yeah?
There we go.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Is it from that time in prison where I killed a dude?
You
Yeah.
did.
Thanked him with the toothbrush.
You did. It's a good time. For myself, Captain Geach 15 on all the you can find me
Are you trying
most
to
likely not.
fucking penis on my head?
Hey, damn. Most likely not streaming, but I need to get back into that. But that's pretty much better for myself. As always, you can find us everywhere at the Level Unlock Podcast.
See, what you should have done real quick is instead of drawing the penis on my forehead, you should have put it on my face, and the teardrop would have been the coming out of the head of it.
Oh, that's true.
See, that's what you should have
Well,
done.
you live and learn.
I do. But you can find us everywhere at Level Unlock Podcast and on Twitter at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod. What are you doing?
Now you're a Super
Am I
Saiyan.
going Super Saiyan?
You are.
Look at that. Shadow Little Blue. in
Anyway,
there.
oh, I should.
My favorite one.
Super Saiyan Blue. And if you would like to become part of the Unlock Nation at the patreon.com Level Unlocked Podcast. My shit keeps going in and out. But I appreciate you guys. We will see you here bright and early, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of next week. And this week for a special episode 97 for the Game Awards. We'll see you
Game
then.
Awards
What day is
episode.
that?
Yeah.
Friday or
Oh,
Saturday.
Friday or Saturday.
Okay.
One of the days. So whoever wants to join, you can. And we will see you guys then. Have a good one.
Bye.
Later, dudes.